sound of being tired.
That was British Ninja's impersonation of Jim Fever.
Okay, fuck. Questions.
Oh yeah, I should open that up.
Yeah, I don't even have any.
What the fuck have you been doing?
Sleeping.
You knew for like a week now you were probably gonna freaking...
I knew, but I never got round to it.
Hi Sheldon, how are you doing today?
Hey, at least I fucking showed up. Yeah, I'm calling you out, Toon.
Toon's gonna be here. Well, you know, that's at
I was
least
so tempted to start off this podcast with... I just want to start off by saying hi to Goldnfox. I got here first. Haha.
I'm leaving that in, bitch. I'm recording right now.
Oh, you're recording now? Yeah, so...
yeah.
Nah, I wouldn't do that. Golden's fantastic.
Wait, maybe it isn't recording. God damn, that's why we fucking... Shit, where is it?
We'll do the test now, you know, man. Golden, if you're listening... The madman made me do it.
Oh, yeah, sure.
It's the big
I would, yeah, it's not like Goldnfox is an imposing, you know, I should shut up right now, holy shit.
Yeah.
It'd be a real dick move to edit my own asshole out and cut me out and leave all your douchebag moments in.
Fantastic.
That I won't do. Like, if I'm cutting everybody out, I'm cutting everybody. That's what I got a rating system for. I think that'd be something. If I had to slap an R rating on for an Antony C podcast, my fans would be like, ooh, really? Oh, there he is. How you doing, Anthony?
Hello.
Hey.
Hello.
Toon says he's going to be a little late, which is really shit. Well, he's one of the replacements in case Crown Prince or Cloud doesn't show up.
Oh, those people. Those marvelous people.
He said, what was it? By the way, you're recording that right now, Ninja? He's backing up with me.
Yeah, I think we're not really taking chances this time.
Oh, no. I'm doing a backup recording just to make sure.
Is it actually
working? Should I be recording?
Yeah, I can hear you fine. You sound great.
Oh, no, I mean, because, literally 5 minutes ago you were having a meltdown.
Yeah, well, I just had to restart the computer and then it started working fine.
So, Mr. British Ninja.
Hey, what's up?
Hello.
I'm a big fan.
I'm sorry I can't say the same for your good self. What have you done?
That's alright. I've done Season 5 analysis so far. I'm slacking off a little bit, I guess. I'm kind of new, but I'm doing okay. I think I've hit 250 subs a while back.
Oh, sweet.
I'm not surprised you don't know me. Barely anyone knows me.
No, it's fine. I found British Ninja a while ago, and I was like, oh, you're really good. I don't know why you don't have any subs. So I just started pushing him.
He's been talking you up.
Yeah.
I know. I have to fill in for Silver Quill. Are you kidding me? I would be terrified, but I'm too tired.
What's the time there?
3 o'clock.
In the AM.
In the AM.
Holy cow.
It's Australian and British time zones. We do not get along.
He did kind of strong arm his way into the podcast. That was the funny part. I wanted him on, and I was like, oh, the time zones, you'll never get in. He's like, I'm not letting this get by.
Are you kidding me? I have a chance to talk to Antony C.
Oh, that guy. Let's not bring him into this. Pshaw.
Indeed.
God damn it, too. Wasn't it like last time?
What was on?
Wasn't it last time you called up to mid-podcast and he wouldn't answer?
Well, I didn't call him up. I just kind of asked him, and then I remember Cloud going, oh, that bastard blew me off 4 times in a row. Screw him, get Jim Fear.
Well, if lightning strikes twice.
Let's keep it personal. Let's keep it intimate. Let's keep it just nice and tight.
Well,
what do you want to start now? I guess we could.
It's a free-man podcast.
The one free man.
All right, I guess we'll do the intro then already.
Blah, 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 Mr. Freeman.
Indeed. This is FNGR, followed by the following co-host. Because no one wanted to be here for Anthony's.
Oh, Toon will be in shortly, apparently.
Yes, British Ninja. And this week's King of Limbo, Antony C.
Hello.
Indeed.
Hello indeed.
Cool.
Hello, Mr. British Ninja.
Hello.
Well, since I know that you're thoroughly prepared, British Ninja, what questions did you have? It's not like you had a whole, 2 weeks to get ready, mate?
Come on, I was like...
What's the story there?
What is his British Ninja thing? That's a good question. I don't know. I just kind of sat there.
Wait, sorry, whose podcast is this?
Oh, well, what's all that about?
Who? Organizational.
Yeah, I've got nothing prepared.
Oh, I'll go simplistic here. What grinds your gears, Anthony?
What grinds my gears?
Yeah.
Oh, I don't know. Republicans and the Trans-Pacific Partnership. The freaking new My Little Pony for adults clothing range.
What? Wait, that's...
You've not heard of this?
No.
They just started making, as far as I know.
Oh my god.
And it's It's like, we've discovered this amazing new market for the show that we've been making for 5 freaking years, and we're gonna start selling adult range clothing because there's this market. Holy cow! Did you know it's a massive market?
Really? I didn't know.
Yeah. Oh my goodness, we didn't know.
They've knew since season 2, at least. Come on.
I think the writers of the show did, but it's like Hasbro finally, the great big slumbering beast lurched into life and it opened one blinking eye upon the domain before it and realized, oh, there is more to be done and more money to be had. Let us blah blah blah. You people go and make us some apparel for the new demographic.
That guarantees us at least 3 more seasons.
Yeah, anything does kind of extend the longevity of the show.
So when did you, I've noticed you don't seem quite as enthusiastic as you used to be. Where did it start to wear thin for you, Anthony?
What, me?
Yeah, you.
Not as enthusiastic as when?
I think you just insulted him.
No, there's a recording somewhere where you were quite jubilant. I'm going to stay with this to the bitter end. And the last time we talked, which got lost to, time.
Right.
You sounded less than, happy-go-lucky about it.
Pixar, it didn't happen. I remember always being this cynical.
Beautiful.
Chewed up and spent inside. Here it is. MLP collectible doll series by is it collectible dolls? Is that for the grown-ups? I think. Yeah. It's
collectible dolls for grown-ups.
Just.
They're not dolls, Mom. They're action figures.
Can we action figures? What did you see? Absolutely nothing, sir. I didn't see you playing with your dolls.
Hey, British, I thought of a thing that would drive Toon off the deep end.
Go on.
I'm sure if I asked KP at the last minute, I was like, do you want to be on a podcast? And she'd probably go for it. I'm like, sorry, Toon, you lost your spot.
You could probably get away with that.
He'd never forgive me. He'd never forgive me. So it makes it so tempting to do it. To know he's just that close right now.
Oh my god.
Well, it's his choice for not being in here.
I know.
So
I'm not so mad that he's not here. It's the fact that he's the one who's taking up Jim right now.
Oh, he's with Jim.
Yeah, they're recording some kind of Halloween thing. Yes, Mr. Fear.
They're doing it, and we're not invited. We're not the cool kids anymore. Oh no.
So how is season 5 for you so far?
To be honest, I haven't seen much of it. I've seen total of 4 episodes, maybe.
Really?
I've just been really doing other stuff, like majorly all over the shop. Yeah, I'm working on a new show actually, which is sort of like a retrospective on Sonic the Hedgehog. Of all things, I've been wanting to do this for a very long time. It's like a pet project, and I'm like, will my people they want to see it, and I think they will. I think they'll like it. Sonic's been bugging me for a long time because I used to be an old school fan from way back.
Yeah, that's the story of a lot of people.
Oh yeah, and I'm hoping that it resonates with everyone, because it's much respect to absolutely everyone who's tackled it, because you got everyone from Jim Sterling to Benjamin Croshaw and everyone, Yahtzee. Lots and lots of people have actually taken a step towards trying to figure out what happened to Sonic. But in my appraisal, no one's ever really touched on the nerve. They've never really... so I want to see if I can take my pony analyzing skills and bend them all towards Sonic the Hedgehog and figure out what the hell happened. I've been mulling this over for a very long time, but this is totally, it's kind of different from just review. Like if you got a TV show that's bugging you, and you watch you can just watch. I can just watch the episode and make bullet points of things that annoy me, and then sort of build a script around that. So that's it's easy. This is so different. This actually requires research. Like sit down with books and Wikipedia and you go scouring the internet and oh my goodness, it's some kind of actual journalism, it's like, and it's like, what the fudge am I doing? And and the thing about Sonic is that he's got at least 2 or 3 separate problems with him. Like once upon a time, there was a good video game franchise. Really? And everybody loved it, and yay, and we kind of all took it for granted, and fine. And then 20 years later, and the best they can do is to try and emulate that old game, and it's like, what? Wait a minute, what happened here? There was like Super Mario 64 and Crash Bandicoot and all this cool games that have gone into outer space since then, and Sonic's just sort of been floundering around, and I was like, what happened? And it's nobody's tackled it yet. Nobody's really done the thing, and it's fascinating, but a lot of work. So I'm sorry, I've not been interested in season 5.
Yeah, that's fine. You know, I always kind of accepted Jim Fear's kind of philosophy on things, that they tried so many different things with Sonic the Hedgehog, so many different styles, that they never really stopped to, like, take one and develop it. They just went, okay, next one. They tried so hard to keep up with the times, and I think that's what mainly... Because Sonic was always a cool kid character, you know?
Yeah, well, he was... Oh, man, he was cool without trying back in the day. And then... that's a whole story in its own self. Like, there are two problems with him. One is gameplay, and the other one is personality. And gameplay is a whole myriad of mess that goes right into, like, the from the 16-bit to the Sega Saturn into the and there's a whole they've tried to make 3D Sonic games and failed as often as they've tried. Like, there's a whole history there. The company was, like, split between America and Japan, and they were at war with one another at one point. It was completely nuts. But the main problem with Sonic is that like the other problem with Sonic is that he was cool as a character, and it's like you got the gameplay and you got the character, and his character they just don't know what to do with him. But yeah, I'll go into that, and I'm thinking of, like, making it a 3-parter so I can sort of show you history, and I can show you gameplay, and I can show you character and what I think's wrong with it, and hopefully do some funny stuff. And anyway,
Sonic Colors wasn't too bad, and I heard Sonic Colors was pretty good.
You're one of them. Well, it's already in the review. Like,
no, I don't think it's good. I think it's not bad. You know, it's.
Yeah, most people like that, though. And I have to agree. It's, like, not bad, but that's
There's Sonic 06, you know, I mean, when you're comparing against that, anything's not bad.
Yeah. I'm sorry, Anthony, we've derailed your pony.
No, hell, you guys are doing fine. I was just sitting there going, I know it's going to happen. If I invite somebody else, the minute I get someone else to come in, Toon's gonna show up, and then it's gonna turn into another clusterfuck, just like the vivai'matoonlink video where freaking I went to go get a replacement, and then, you know, Vivi's like, I'm available, and I told Nate Kegmen to, you know, get lost, and then Vivi couldn't connect. And I just panicked, and I was like, you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna throw Nate in the room. Vivi's connection's gonna clear up. Watch. This is going to happen. And then and that happened, sure enough. And I remember turning to Nate, well, we have an interesting predicament here. You don't mind switching from, you know, host to co-host? He's like, fuck no. Screw this guy. This is my show. He was late. I was on time. He has to now sit through my show now.
Put the hammer down.
Oh, God. It was amazing.
Gee. Sorry I wasn't there for Viva. That sounds great.
Oh, yeah. Kind of was.
He's an awesome guy.
Hilarious to watch.
Because we went to we were roomies at PonyCon in this year, actually, and he's funny and awesome and just sort of very strange in a strange kind of way. We get there and it's like there were like 5 of us, I think, sharing the suite. He's already packed in. He's already there. I'm late because of some tropical cyclone nonsense and Richard Branson being a jerk. And so we get there and he's already set up, but he's putting the last minute touches on one of his cartoons for the panel, since we'd all brought, you know, media for our panel. And you got a picture, we entered this wonderful suite, like on the 16th floor or something like that, this beautiful Gold Coast scenery and whatnot. And there's this guy, golden hair, just pouring over his work and almost completely unreachable. He's just lost in the zone and intently working on his work. And we're just like, oh, hello. Yeah, okay, fair enough. Let you to it. And the day progresses on. We go out, we come back. And my friend Chris is saying to me, like, I'm not so sure about the Viva guy. He's nice and everything, but he doesn't seem to be. Is he really panel material? Can he be entertaining on a panel? Is he used to this sort of thing? And I'm like, he'll be fine. He'll be fine. We're walking up to the room. It's nighttime. Just before the con starts, and we're the night before the con starts, and we enter the room, and it's pitch black. There's nothing except this silhouette figure before us, and it's Viva. He's standing there like half naked from the waist up. Anyway, and he's like, "Welcome to your worst nightmare." But we're just standing there, what the hell is going on? And the lights come on and like, hi! Freaking what? And I turned to Chris and I was like, you had your doubts? Weird, wonderful, and I'm telling it badly, but honestly, it was a great panel, great con.
You plan on going BronyCon one of these years?
Yeah, I'd like to go to BronyCon next year.
Ooh.
But it's sort of like,
No, I've been mulling it over where I should go.
Come to BronyCon, you want to go?
Yes, Master Yoda.
Don't leave it too long. I know it's the phlegmatic British thing. I know you're thinking now. No, I mustn't. I must refrain. I don't know if I'm worth it. I don't know if it'll be worth it. Well, just go.
Well, it's the cost for me and the dignity, I suppose, because I can't fly on my own, of course. I'm only 16, so I'd have to actually ask my parents, hey, can we fly over to America for a 3-day pony convention? And
it's a cultural exchange. We're learning all about the world. We're going to Baltimore. Maybe we'll get shot.
Yeah, it's all part of the ride. We get mugged.
My profuse apologies to anyone from Baltimore. I have seen bits of The Wire.
I was there actually when I went to Baltimore. A series of my friends. Oh, now we should. I knew it. Told you guys. The minute absolutely.
Oh God.
I predicted this, sir. The minute
I'm sorry. Jeez.
Suddenly everyone joins.
It was going to be the vivai'matoonlink podcast again. I add a replacement, and they all pour in. That's how Jim got on the last podcast. Jesus.
Okay, I'm here. Sorry.
No, it's fine.
Oh, what, you want me out of here, Anthony?
No, fuck. You ain't going anywhere. Not after you were freaking gelled
Jim,
so well last
out of all the guests, who is not the host, who is Anthony, and the guest of honor, who is Antony C, you are the least expendable person out of all of us. So, no, stay here.
Oh, that means so much, Pete.
So sweet.
I love you too, Jim.
Yeah.
Sweet.
Jim, you're associated with my biggest Brony drunken stupor that I've ever had. That's what I always imagined it would be. So yeah, you've always have a special place in this hellhole.
Yeah, you're not going anywhere.
Yeah.
I'm just here. I brought the donuts, so that's why I'm here.
So let's see. Is there any specific? I don't know how to ask this. Any kind of special Australian cuisine that you'd like to put over that you think that foreigners probably wouldn't be familiar with? Like
Vegemite.
Thanks. Actually, there's a strange thing about Vegemite, right? Like they're really pressing it as like it's the beginning of every strange cuisine that you can make. You can look. You can make Vegemite on toast with avocados. And it's not bad. I tried it. It's pretty good.
Okay.
No, there's probably nothing. It's. Do you like food from a can? I've got lots of it for you. There was something I've always wanted to try because we've got very like a mixture of we're part of like Australasia, so we're going to mix a lot of Asian stuff here and a traditional British sort of thing. So like my favorite food is probably just a boring old meat pie or something like that. So I'm very Aussie that way, but there's I think it's an Australian invention, and I saw Billy Connolly talking it up on his big world tour of Australia sort of thing he did a while back. And it's called a pie floater, and it looks genius. It's a meat pie at the bottom of a bowl of soup, a pea soup.
Oh, so
you have
sounds good.
I know it's just weird, but this is a bowl of soup you have to eat with a knife and fork. So I love it. It sounds great, and I've tried making it, but no.
What's the name of it?
It's the pie floater.
Pie floater. That
pie float or something like that.
Yeah, I'm sure it's more.
Recipe for that.
According to Billy Connolly, and it sounds great.
I can't hear the word floater and make it sound appealing.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
Yeah.
I'm sure it's more appetizing than the name suggests.
Well, if you can't find any Google search links, be sure to edit it for proper Australian terminology. It's spelled floata, not floater.
We do not argue with the ghost.
I understood him fine. Don't want you on.
I'm not arguing with the guest. I'm just educating all you plebeians so that you know how to look up Australian cuisine.
Oh shit!
Well, you know how they say
anything.
other Australian cuisine. You know how they say that you're doomed to eat like 3 spiders in your lifetime. Well, just you fall asleep with your mouth open, you'll have a 4-course meal around here.
Is that the appetizer?
We've got all kinds of spiders, and many of them. There's something called a golden orb weaver, and it's very of various different sizes. And it was like, oh, this is the bird eater, don't you know? You go up to the tropics or something like that, you'll find big ones big enough to, like making webs big enough to eat birds. And it's like that Facebook phenomenon where someone's posting pictures of a bird eating spider actually eating a bird or something like that, and you're like, that'll never happen, that's just completely fake. Like a couple of years ago, and I'm nowhere near the tropics, mind you, across our driveway there was sure enough, the world's biggest spider web, this huge, great big go-away Indiana Jones spider web. Like he's walking around his tomb and you get caught in this thing. It's like, and in the center of it is this great crusty thing. It's like the spider itself is made of Iron Man's armor, and it's got this thick woolly padding on it, like some sort of Sasquatch around its joints, and it's like, what the hell is this? And it's suspended right across our driveway into the neighbor's driveway. The main line is it's not like regular spider web. It's as strong as cable. You could pluck it like a guitar string. And welcome to my country. You might just wind up dead.
I was going to say, D, if you have a picture of this, I don't want to see
I should have taken a picture. Just look up the gold. I don't know why. I was doing nope.
And I don't know how y'all survive down there without shotguns for personal defense against spiders.
Just
I was going to say that they should legalize firearms just for the wildlife, not for other people, just for the wildlife.
Kill the spider, keep the web. It'll be an awesome Halloween decoration.
The web is it was amazing. It was attached to our neighbor's roof and our fence, so right across our a shared driveway. And it's like, not kidding. You could pluck it and make a noise.
How did you guys kill it?
We didn't. You did. We didn't. I didn't. I would refuse to kill it. Because it was too big and beautiful. It's like, you look up, just Google Golden Orb Weaver, and you'll see what I'm talking about. This thing, it was too big, too beautiful. So we had to do this like maneuver where someone stands on the other side of the web with a cup or like a bowl or something like that, and I come at it with a plate on the other side and then clasp them around the middle of the web and just grab it that way, and I then go for like a 15-minute hike up into the bush and just leave it there. When I let it go, it was properly mad and chasing me. Try and find me, you sucker! Ha ha! But it's not worth your time. I've found this. It's what my friend recently. A friend of mine was actually bitten by a spider, and he couldn't figure out where. He was posting all over Facebook and stuff. Prior to this, like in his house, he caught like the world's biggest huntsman. The huntsman's fairly innocuous spider, but it's huge, and when it gets wet, it'll invade your house and just sit in the corner and look at you, and it's very unsettling. But they like people, is the point. And he grabbed this thing or trapped it and just nuked it with the fly spray, and it took it forever to kill it. And you look at half a can of the stuff to kill it. It was a mess, and it was horrible. And he kind of felt bad about it. So sometime after that, he actually gets bitten by a spider a couple of times on his arm, and he's like, okay, there we go. Live in this country, I guess. Well, the thing is, it wouldn't heal. Turns out he was bitten probably by a whitetail, which is one of those bizarre, awful, necrotic nightmare spiders. So you get bitten, and the flesh will not heal. It'll stay, what have you. And I don't know if it was a whitetail. You don't know, but it's like he noticed he was losing strength in that arm. The thing wouldn't heal. His dad eventually saw it, and he's like, "What the hell are you doing?" Took him to the hospital. He's on a series of drugs. They pump him full of something like whatever they antihistamines and steroids and stuff, and I cured him. But ever since then, he's like, spider karma. Like, killed that huntsman. And since then, he's like got this live and let live policy with the spiders, and it's like he was a huge My Name is Earl fan at the time, so he's like, it's all karma, spider karma. Don't kill the spiders, just let them be. And so I'm like, if I kill this thing, and yeah, it's like some sort of trap out of Indiana Jones, but if I kill this thing, it'd be like the Green Mile, and it's like killing what's his face with give me your hands, balls. How could I kill a creature of such beauty? I can't do it. So I gotta take this thing and I just let it go in the forest, and the spiders are good to us now. It's nice. Spider karma.
God, I just looked up orb weavers.
Yeah.
And this is fucking terrifying. Look at this picture.
Well, orb weavers are the
I've
ones that
seen
make
them.
dresses.
Let's see.
That's
is
the
this
first thing
good
I
as
come
seen
back
them?
to. Oh my freaking god.
Jim, I saw one, and we had some Australians who came to my house like over September, and we saw an orb weaver, and this is New England. It's like a harmless, tiny little thing. He's like, oh, we got one just like that back in Australia. I'm like, oh, really? And he wasn't talking about a golden orb weaver. He was talking about something called a redback. And it's about the same size as like a tiny, American
redbacks
house
will
spider. It's
fuck
like,
you up.
no, yeah. I heard like if they bite you and you're a little kid, it's going to kill you. And if it bites you and you're an adult, you just get really, really sick.
Really
Yeah.
freaking sick. My grandmother was bitten by a redback spider back in I think she was like in her 60s, and she was knocked flat. She was eventually taken to hospital for it, but my goodness, I've never seen her quite so sick. It's one of those things. If you're young or old, then you're in trouble. But the thing about a redback is, I think it's like a black widow. I think it's either some variety of black widow, and it's a timid little thing, tiny little timid scaredy cat of a spider. But if it bites you, yeah, you're in trouble. I think the meanest.
At least.
Sorry, no, it's all right. We're just going to say we had one on our doorstep not too long ago, and the meanest thing I've done to a spider since then, I was putting out like little daddy long legs, and I saw the friggin' redback, and I'm like, okay, I'll put the daddy long legs in its web. What's going to happen? And I put the daddy long legs in the web, and it hits it, and it immediately starts freaking out because it knows it's in another. It just knows that it's in another spider's web. So it's, oh crap! It stops, and out comes the redback. It knows there's another spider in there, and it's like, what the hell is what's going to happen? What's going to happen? So it's scuttled. The redback scuttles towards the daddy longlegs, and they're about the same mass. I won't say the same size because daddy longlegs you have them in your country, yeah.
Yeah.
They're right. They're spindly little massless things, but a redback is a chunky little thing, but it's tiny. So about the same mass. Who's going to win? The daddy longlegs is trying to get out of the web. It is scuttled away. And then the redback, I know where you are now. It's like it's got this, it knows its own web. It knows where the prey is. But the daddy longlegs can get out of it. It won't be stuck by the web. So I got to get out of it. And it's just dancing and jooting and jiving away. Just get the hell out of there. Because it knows, like maybe it knows it's in a redback's web.
Maybe we just see him.
I was just going to say the last spider thing I had was, and this is just, I don't know, maybe it's a fun fact, maybe it's not, but it is kind of funny. The deadliest spider in the world actually apparently isn't Australian, it's Brazilian. It's a little thing that wanders around, and there's a way to tell if you're a guy if it's bitten you. Aside from the sharp pain, the heavy sickness, and all the other nasty things involved with hypervenomous spiders, you will also get a 7-hour erection, which will kill your ability to have a boner.
It's
too sensitive for you to enjoy. It's priapic. It's too sensitive to enjoy either, so you can't be like, oh, I'll just fire more out since it'll be my last time. Nope, it's too sensitive.
That's
Is that the one where you have to kind of cut it open to bleed it out or something?
I don't know how the doctors can fix you if they get to you in time and thankfully save your erection abilities, but like it like really hurts. I'm told it's like excruciating.
What are we dealing with here, Doctor? That's a floppy penis, sir.
Oh no, we're too late.
Is this love? Love hurts.
That's what Aeon considers a financial indulgence.
I don't get it. I'm not sure I want to.
No, I'm going to stop there.
You're a little too... Anthony and FNGR, you are a little too Catholic for me to go full out on this podcast.
Oh, goody. Well, I do have that. I do have the new, rating. Where I don't have to edit that out anymore.
Yeah, is it the rating I'm using as an icon right now?
Yes, as a matter of fact, Peter, you are my NC-17 rating. He's very well behaved sometimes.
Sometimes.
Yes.
Hey, I'm technically well behaved right now. I was just being factual.
No, I
That's
understand.
not bad behavior.
Naughty children. Actually, I don't know why you're so worried. You're Catholic. I can't say anything mean. My people started the Crusades, Buster.
And I am a witch.
We're OG
I have Satan
awful.
on speed dial. Yeah, I've got Satan on speed dial. I make Jesus unhappy every day. Try me.
Don't make
This
it
is why you're
weird.
one of my friends, because you're this. There's no word for you. You're just this. This
He is
kind
Peter.
of amazing. He is Peter.
So, Anthony, I know you mentioned this before. For favorite YouTubers, there was some gentleman, a different Peter you followed.
A different Peter.
Yeah.
Different.
Somebody who hated Lion King. What was that?
Oh, right. My favorite YouTuber is still probably JonTron, but it was Confused Mathew. Is the fellow you're thinking of, who does a fairly interesting Lion King review. And if you ever had a problem with the Matrix sequels, you have to check out his Matrix Reloaded and Revolutions reviews. They're very satisfying.
Oh, is it like Red Letter Media?
No, he pays a lot of homage. Well, not a lot of homage, a lot of respect to Red Letter Media. He likes them a lot. But he's his own thing. It's weird. I think I was telling you last time we spoke about he's got a unique perspective on shows that he takes a set against some things when they don't make any sense, even if that thing is, appreciable in some other format. Like he reviewed the Avengers. He didn't like the Avengers. He didn't like Marvel Cinematic Universe because it's like, oh, you're putting, building a universe over making a decent single film, and you screwed Edgar Wright. How dare you? Blah blah blah, and all that sort of thing. And I'm like, all right, good on you. But then he eventually did watch the Avengers, and he walked into that and picked up on something. And this is a perfect Confused Mathew sort of experience. He was talking about that scene where, was it Loki, Captain America, Thor? It's Thor and Iron Man are actually they're all in the forest, but Thor and Iron Man are fighting each other. And it's the first time Thor's meeting Iron Man or Captain America. And they have this big battle, like in the first Avengers movie. Mm-hmm. Right. So it's the first time they've ever duked it out, and it's really cool fight. And the little boy in me is like, oh yeah, smash him. I think everybody's loving this thing except Confused Mathew. You can imagine him sitting there with his arms folded and his scowl on his face. And he points out that when Captain America eventually shows up, Thor's good and angry. Iron Man's beaten up a bit. Captain America's like, okay, buddy, whatever, just put the hammer down. And Iron Man tries to warn him. He's like, he really doesn't like he really likes to put the hammer down. You want me to put the hammer down? Come on, buddy. I'll put the hammer down. And he leaps and he just smashes Captain America in the shield. And it's the meeting of the of Mjolnir versus the vibranium shield. It's the immovable object versus the unstoppable force. What's gonna happen? And you've seen the movie, you know what happens. It's awesome. And it took Mathew to point this out before I realized it. That's the first time Thor and Captain America have ever met. Thor has no way of knowing that Captain America can withstand that, or that the shield will do what it did. So what? He just tried to kill Captain America?
Wouldn't past him to try.
Did he just try to? He has no. It's just some guy in a goofy outfit. You just killed the mime. You just killed the dude. He was gonna play my kid's birthday party. You monster! Oh, I'm very sorry. Verily, I apologize profusely.
Well, wasn't he trying to kill Iron Man though?
It was
That was his initial goal once Iron Man started taunting him.
right.
But then, he's like, okay, you know what, you want to get in my way too? Okay, bring the hammer down on you.
Yeah.
yeah. Well, it's like he knows you watch out, Metal Man or Tin Man or whatever. He's like he's making fun of the suit, and I think the best he's trying to do is like neutralize the suit. But
Doth thou mother know thy wear thy drapes or something?
that's not. Yeah, it's like my fight is not with you. It's like okay, right, or okay.
Do you bite your thumb at me, sir?
A fart in your general direction. Your mother was a goat, and your father smelled elderberries.
Hamster.
Anyway,
Sorry, I'm a huge fucking Monty Python dork.
Monty Python. We
Oh, I love Monty Python. It's fantastic.
You've recall you being a big fan of Monty Python as well as Blackadder, Anthony. When did you get into that?
Probably as a little kid. It took. I've been apprised of Monty Python since before I could, like, very, very young. But it traumatized me as a kid. It's really like I remember my parents showing me The Meaning of Life. And there's a scene in that's freaking movie. There's a scene in that where I don't know if you remember that. There's one scene where like 2 organ donor guys show up to collect someone's liver, and the guy's still alive, and they use some sort of legal technicality to get it out of him while he's like still using it. But I'm still using it. Look, this is your name on the signature, right? Yes. But and I was like, and that's your liver. You donated. Yeah, but I'm still... Yeah. All right, get him. And they jump on him, and they're tearing it out of him while he's alive, and it's all first-person perspective. It's horrible. His wife shows up, and she's like, what's he done now? Oh, he's donated his liver. Oh, typical. It's so black. It's so, morbid. It's so horrible, dark humor that you're just... Oh, dear. It traumatized me as a child. I couldn't watch it for a long time, but I got over it.
It's gold.
And it takes a while. And it's like I remember Life of Brian as well. That's like full frontal nudity.
Oh yeah.
And there's this scene in that where Graham Chapman he's like, he's had a nice night with this beautiful woman. He opens his morning windows, and there's his entire following that he's unwittingly gathered. Hail the Messiah! And he's butt naked with an erection. It's like, whoa! Right in your face. I'm watching this as kids for some reason. And my sister, my little darling sister, she just bursts out laughing, and she's covering her face. And I'm like, I know that this is the first time in her life. It has to be the first time she's ever seen an erect penis. Thank you, Graham Chapman.
Do you feel that should be the first erect penis any child sees?
Oh, obviously.
Brian? Yes.
It's beautiful. It's glorious. But it's like...
Funny thing about that. Apparently, Life of Brian, not only is it, apparently according to Antony C, the first thing children should watch, it's often the last thing dedicated in your memory because it is the most popular funeral song in Britain.
It is. It's true.
Begin and end your life with Life of Brian.
Cheer up, Brian. Some things in life are bad. They can really make you mad. Other things just make you swear and curse. When you're chewing on life's gristle, don't grumble. Give a whistle, and this'll help things turn out for the best. And always look on the bright side of life.
There's somebody else whistling.
I would leave the funeral.
Yeah, that was me. I have a special place in my heart for Life of Brian.
Anthony, I gotta.
Honestly, one of their best movies. I think I like Life of Brian better than Holy Grail. Honestly,
Run away!
Yeah.
Didn't they do like a third movie called like Jabberwocky or something like that?
No, that was. There was some of them were in that one. I think that's a Michael Palin movie. They all sort of split up and did their own movies after that. So you got, I think it was either a Michael Palin or a Terry Jones movie. So I know Palin was in it, but so that you got Jabberwocky, you've got what the heck is it called? I think it's called Time Bandits, which is a Terry Gilliam movie. So Terry Gilliam's the big director who sort of like went off and became a proper director, like Hollywood director after that. He had the big Hollywood career. And so he did Time Bandits.
Time Bandits is called The Dwarves, right? Yeah.
It was, and that's a fan-frickin-tastic movie. You got to see Time Bandits. Terry Jones is the other Terry. How do you know so much about swallows? That guy. He went off and made Eric the Viking with Tim Robbins. It was Tim Robbins. Yeah, and they sort of like collect each other as well. So like John Cleese is in Eric the Viking, which is such a good movie. It's such a good movie. You gotta watch that one as well. And then I think Terry Gilliam went off. After Time Bandits, he made Baron Munchausen, which had Eric Idle in it, and so there's like a big mix of stuff.
Yeah, I'm familiar with Munchausen.
Python-ish sort of stuff.
Isn't that the same director, I think, that's associated with Ledger's last movie or something.
Sorry?
There's the person who did Baron Munchausen, the director or whatever. I believe he did the last movie that Heath Ledger ever worked on.
Yes, that's right. That's Terry Gilliam. Terry Gilliam. There are 3. Like he did this trilogy of amazing movies. It's Life of not friggin'. It's Time Bandits, The Adventures of Baron Munchausen, which is the most incredible movie ever made. You have to watch that one. And Brazil, which is a bit different, but it's like 1983.5. So it's that sort of dystopian sort of Orwellian sort of thing, only like it were a Monty Python comedy sort of kinda.
They just came out with it.
Yeah. Zero Theorem or something like that.
I remember seeing that out.
Yo, Anthony, getting a little quiet.
Yeah, Anthony, you are quiet, sir.
All right, 1 sec.
You're turning into a strange sexist Metal Gear sidekick.
You know, yeah, Jim Fair practically not Jim Fair, Jim Sterling. God, those a few years.
Can you hear
Jim
me
Sterling practically summed up my entire.
Thank
thoughts
God
on
for Jim.
Quiet. Yeah, fuck on.
Copy, do you hear me?
Yes,
yeah,
that's
I hear you
better.
now.
That's
Good.
better.
So, what about Mr. Sterling's son?
Aye, it was just his thoughts on Quiet practically mirrored mine. Like,
Yeah. It's a very bizarre sort of thing. It's incredible sexism, but he's like, she breathes through her skin or something like that.
yeah,
That's the reason she's dressed that way. It doesn't explain why she's preening and constantly flashing herself and whatnot. Not really.
Well,
and then we had the end from Metal Gear 3.
That's the point. He was in like a full camo skin. Why isn't he butt-ass naked?
They actually did that in the second game. There's an entire level in the second Metal Gear where you have to play it. There's no skipping it. You have to play as Raiden, and he's been captured and stripped butt-ass naked. And the whole time he's like got his hands cupped over his junk, and he's running around doing ninja flips and crawling under tables, and it's just like 45 minutes of man ass in the screen.
It's beautiful. I need Caesar 61.
Have you seen the pachinko machines?
Oh yes, pull the lever. What?
That made me die inside.
So I was going to ask Anthony, I've been confused. How do you feel about your roots?
My roots?
Yeah, it's to my understanding that you're you come from your heritage is English, right?
It's British eventually. If you go back far.
Oh, okay.
It's when I say British, it's I'm a mix of Italian and Irish and Scottish and like British. Yeah, so lots of it. So I'm a bit of a mongrel.
Oh, don't feel bad. I'm a half-breed myself.
I think we all are at this point.
Yeah.
I am 10 countries and 2 races.
Well, except for British Ninja over there, he's one of those pure blue bloods, you know.
No, I'm actually part Scottish.
Oh, I'm gonna hold it over your head for later. But anyways.
The thing is, I know where you're going with that, but I'm not gonna.
Oh no, I'm not doing it now.
No, it's.
There was none bolder with big broad shoulder. Trying to remember all my Scottish Highland rhythms.
Say, Anthony, if money were no logic, where in the world would you go?
If money were no logic.
Object.
Well, I can agree with that. Smash the machine, man. Peace out. If money were no object. Oh, the Mars?
Well
See
done.
what's going on Mars?
I don't know, man. You saw that Doctor Who movie that they did a few years back. Might run into water zombies or some shit.
No, don't go anywhere near that. I heard
That
like
was terrifying. I saw that.
when somebody told me about that, like one of my friends told me, "Oh, dude, did they hear they found water on Mars?" Like I instantly froze. I'm like, the Whovian
Oh my
part
God, they
is very
called it.
displeased with this.
I know, it's terrifying. Fuck.
And I told them that they're just like, "What's Doctor Who?" And wow, that's a whole other story for another time. But yeah, anyway.
Well, the thing is, it could be 100% true because they found bacteria in the water.
Lovely. Let's not go to Mars.
Anthony, are you a Whovian?
Not.
Oh,
as
good
much
man, good
as
man.
some.
Well, fuck you too, Anthony.
God, is being a Whovian worse than being a Brony? God.
Yeah.
Well, I don't know. It seems like
I'm
if you're
kidding,
British, it's like essential that you must love Doctor Who or
But
anything
no, it's
on
not really,
BBC.
but I was raised with
Well,
that.
Biter
kind of thing.
doesn't like Doctor Who.
Yeah, it's not
Biter's
as
the only
traditional as you
exception.
think. No, it's not as traditional as you think. The only thing is I didn't have many TV channels. I had TBBBAP and that's around about it. So, yeah, Doctor Who every Saturday was the only thing I had.
It's one of those shows that who here is familiar with Charlie Brooker? Not even the person from Britain.
No,
Yeah.
sorry. I'm
That's
young.
why you were brought in, British Ninja.
Oh my goodness, you're in for a treat. Charlie Brooker is the guy who hosts Screen Wipe and the Wipe series and How TV Ruined Your Life. You've got to look up Charlie Brooker. Recently, he made a movie, like a TV movie. He's a British personality and one on TV personality. And recently, he did a movie. I think it was, what the heck was it called? Your audience will remember. It's the we're basically a politician is blackmailed or held hostage or under terrorist threat or something like that into having a sexual relations with a pig, like the prime minister.
Mirror.
Black Mirror, yeah, that's it. That's his
an
production.
amazing show.
I think I've actually heard of that, but
Right. Okay. Now that's the thing, and he did it all before the Prime Minister Cameron fiasco blew up recently. It was all premonitions. So Charlie Brooker's Twitter feed is like, apparently it was autobiography now or something. It was autobiography now. It's actually my goodness.
We called it.
The episode was a documentary.
It's a documentary. That's it. Yeah. Apparently it was a real thing. He's even he talks about Doctor Who, and it's surprising to me because he's like his description of Doctor Who is, I was like, I know what it is, but it's a beautiful, great, big populist idea show run on ideas, and it just cuts through all my cynicism and gets right to my heart, my big squishy heart, and that's what Doctor Who is, and everyone loves Doctor Who because it's all inspirational and just warm, fuzzy feeling or something like that.
Terrified me as a kid.
Terrified, yeah.
The Gas Max Zombies. I saw that when I was like 10 years old.
Holy
fuck my shit.
Cow, sir. Has it been so
I want my
time
money.
ago?
It's been forever.
I think Doctor Who's older than me.
Oh no, Doctor Who started in
back 50s. Easy.
Doctor Who predates Star Trek.
Yeah.
Doctor Who's older than me. Oh yes, Star Trek. There you go. Yeah, my dad, who's
old,
he was
by like 2 years, I think.
Holy cow! My dad was a proper. You would call him a Whovian today. He was a Time Lord. There was an actual club. I don't know if it still exists, but he was a card-carrying member of the Time Lord Association, like fandom of Doctor Who, way back when it was black and white. So yeah, it's been around for a while.
I actually prefer the black and white stuff because I'm a sucker for like old, really bad, cheesy special effects. But I think my favorite part in the original Doctor Who series was they went to like ancient South America, and this was when they were on a literal shoestring budget. Like they barely had enough money for $1 Dalek, and you get. This is just the funniest thing. You get a bunch of
with bits stuck to it.
You get a bunch of white British guys in like Aztec garb coming up out of the jungle. And I was just expecting them to just, we are the Aztecs. What ho?
What ho? Tea? Anyone tea? Crumpet is guava fruit or whatever.
I just double checked the release date of the Empty Child episode. That came out in 2005, so I would have been about 5-6 years old. That did terrify the fuck out of me, though.
Oh yeah, only Doctor Who can make me afraid of kids. Actually, speaking of kids, Antony, if I may ask you, since we were talking about TV shows and stuff, what shows did you grow up with?
Oh, shows. Man, it's sort of blending into one big melting pot of colors and lights in my head. All of them.
You consumed everything.
Influential shows? You mean like as a kid? Like what did I watch growing up?
Yeah, influential shows. Let's go with that.
Influential. Okay. I'm old enough to remember like the first run of Astro Boy. When I was a little kid, it was Astro Boy, Transformers. So like back when it was the first run Transformers season 1, and Voltron, which was bigger, if you can believe it, than Transformers for a time there, and it was all about toys that connected and transformed into other things. It was that's all my life was. But I think Astro Boy is like the first show that really blew my mind. It's like he's a robot person, and he's like older than me. Like he's a kid, but he's older than I was looking up to this kid, like little Toby. He's like, he was actually in the show's chronology, he was older than I would have been at that time. Like, I want to be him when I get at his age.
I hated the movie. There was a recent one that came out a few years ago.
Oh yeah, saw that. My friends dragged me to that, and I'm like, I got to say something nice.
You know what? Jackson in that
really want to watch the original series again.
Oh.
Anthony, I got a question for you. Sort of in the same vein as Anthony's question. You're someone who, before I knew you were Australian, I totally confused you for being British. Is that common with you?
Yeah, not so much around here. People confuse me for being American. They don't know what to think of me.
I feel good. I feel good to be with you.
So you're a man without a country?
Yes. I don't belong anywhere.
Stranger in a strange land.
Well, I mean, sometimes accents can change. Like, I was angrily ranting one time, and I somehow slipped into something that was, like, quasi-Scottish, and I have no idea where it came from.
Right.
It's funny you should bring that up. Peter, do you remember during the vivai'matoonlink podcast where I was having a breakdown, and for whatever reason, I was getting an English accent. You were making fun of me about it.
Yes.
So much
I got even angrier.
Be angry and Scottish?
Oh,
Get good and hop and mad.
Peter, you bloody asshole. Stop pointing out my accent.
Trying to remember how
I switched in the middle of that.
Yeah, you bloody... Oh, God.
So that's where I kind of fall in. I fall into almost like a smooth Scottish. It's not really good, but...
You're nice and you're sexy and you're smooth. We don't know if you're rich or not because you don't spend any money, but you know you're still smooth.
Lassie, I'm as broke as a pauper.
Alright, Sean.
And you're as broke as the Pope after he's had to pay out all of the damages to... No.
Matt
the child
Munchkin's going to show up in my freaking comment section screaming at me.
Oh, yeah, that's the thing. You were asking about my Scottish side earlier, and I thought, nah, I won't do it because Munchkin will get mad at me.
Well, wait a minute. If you're part Scottish, you can tell her to piss off, man.
Cheese it, woman. Make me a pie floater.
Sounds really wrong.
Woman, why isn't there a pie floater on this table right now?
She'll happily oblige. I'll make you a pie floater.
If that's happily obliging, my.
Have a single pie floating what I assume is perfume served in a man's... nope.
Lancy, have you never had Toad in the Hole?
Oh yeah, my dad used to make that. Yeah,
that's kind of a similar thing, but almost in reverse. It's a soup inside a Yorkshire pudding.
That's true. Really?
Well, it's a soup inside a Yorkshire pudding and with sausages. It's gorgeous and mash. Bit of bangers and mash.
Haggis and mash, yes. Well, that is quite Scottish.
No.
Bangers and mash.
Bangers and mash.
Bangers and mash. All I want to do is have some fun. Speaking of cartoons, there's like I was talking with friends last night about this. There's like 4 big influential cartoons from Britain, and one of them was Bangers and Mash, as those 2 idiotic monkeys. But I think the same animation studio pulled this off. They pulled off that Danger Mouse. Ever heard of Danger Mouse?
Yeah.
Oh yes, I'm familiar with that. They actually have a reboot series of that going on right now, I think.
Really? It's all
I
3D.
believe
I bet.
so.
I might have to check that out.
Everything's in 3D these days. How did it get to be that 3D animation trounces 2D animation as like the easiest way of making animation? That's just, if you were around for like Toy Story when that first started, look what they're doing with computers now. Oh my goodness. Now it's like, it's this second rate.
Because everyone's gotten used to it.
Currently Danger Mouse is like, it's rebooted. I think it just started actually airing last month. So.
Wow. Okay, cool. So there's Danger Mouse. Well, are we going to get, is it voiced by, like Danger Mouse voiced by David Jason?
No, they have, let's see, the voices here, Alexander Armstrong, Stephen Fry, some other people on here.
Stephen Fry is tenfold.
Oh, wow.
I see Count Duckula on here.
Count Duckula! Frickin' yeah, that's what I was going to ask. That's the third one. Count Duckula. Is Count Duckula in it?
As a recurring character, yeah.
As a recurring cat.
I'll have to check that out now. Gosh.
Get him. Count Duckula was probably the best one of the group of cartoons I'm talking about. It was the same sort of. It had this like half Disney, half Warner Brothers take on ducks, and it's this story about the vampire ducks. Only Count Duckula, there was a problem in his genesis, like they were resurrecting him or something, and instead of blood, they put in like tomato sauce or something, like ketchup, and then he turned him into like this vegetarian vampire duck. It's the weirdest cartoon. It's so weird. It's great and golden, and it has the best theme tune since Gummy Bears. It's freaking hilarious. Look up Count Duckula. You will not be disappointed.
When you said it was
Especially
3D
the end
animation,
credits. The end credits are golden. Anyway.
when you said it was 3D animation, I imagined all this stuff about ducks because I have no idea what you guys are talking about. So I'm imagining all this stuff about ducks in like food fight style animation.
Oh no, delete that.
God.
Actually, no, it is 2D. I've looked over the footage. It is 2D.
Sweet.
So
Modern.
if you really want to know a sort of 3D animation that is easier, just look at Machinima. You can become famous for that. Just ask Rooster Teeth.
It's almost as if I'm starting to appreciate 2D shows more, just for what they do with it. Because it's almost too easy to do 3D CG stuff like that nowadays.
You see so much of 3D now. I think when people do 2D, it's more of a retro thing, and people think that's cool. So,
well, would you class MLP as 2D?
Yes.
Yeah, like that's
Kinda,
style
yeah.
in
Well,
Flash.
I think what you're thinking is like traditional
Frame by frame.
animation versus Flash. Is that what you're trying to say?
Yeah.
Because I can see a difference there. Like, I am a kind of guy who does enjoy anime from time to time, and I kind of like how the Japanese sort of like, with the exception of some scenes, and which are better using 3D over 2D and making it look that way. They tend to stick to traditional, and I actually kind of like that. It's almost like a cultural thing. Like, don't go with Flash, just stick to traditional.
It depends on how much effort you're going to put in and what the style you're going for. There's some really good examples of both. But
oh yeah. Like, I'm not trying to diss Flash, but it's I suppose it's a novelty nostalgia thing because Flash is the new thing and they're kind of working the kinks out with it, whereas traditional has been around for decades and that's what we grew up with.
I'd posit that the best is just a blend, really. Who's familiar with Bitey of Brackenwood?
Sorry.
And no one knows Bitey? Oh, you're in for a treat. Bitey of Brackenwood is this amazing animation. It started out in Flash, gone on to Toon Boom, but it's still the same principle, by an actually Australian animator called by the name of Adam Phillips. Who used to be, probably still is, an effects animator. We used to work at Disney. And the story, if you will, I guess, is this strange creature. He's like a faun. So he's a goat man, half goat sort of thing, on an alien world of Brackenwood. And it's epic in size and beautiful. Give it a quick Google, Bitey of Brackenwood. And he's made several of these probably like 10-minute short animations. And it's utterly gorgeous. He's an old Newgrounds alumni, so it started out there, and they raved over it. He's one of the all-time greats there, and he's gone on to do other stuff. But the thing is that he sort of shows in that because he's like a traditional effects animator, so he does frame by frame, but the thing is he's quick to point out the power of Flash is that you can definitely do frame by frame animation in Flash. Yeah. But you can also use the sort of the sliding tile effect that most Flash animation has. It's like a sophisticated marionette system. You can use that to great effect to cut down your workload or add special effects. Just add tweaks to the frame by frame. It's very versatile. So I think probably a blend is probably better.
Could you write the title of that in the chat? Because there's no way I'm going to be able to figure out how to spell that on my own, and I actually do want to look this up.
Yeah.
Nice.
I was just going to say, FNGL's going to have to put a lot of links in the description. We've been talking about old cartoons.
You'd be excused for a second, be right back.
Oh, caught you fancy. Has there been any new sort of movies or shows that have really kind of grabbed you, like, oh my god, this is really cool. I wish I had this back then, that sort of thing.
Holy cow! It's funny. Not a lot impresses me the way it used to. But I just. Since talking to Anthony here, just got into Rick and Morty.
Yes.
I'm on the fence for that one. When I get some free time.
I still actually have to look into it.
When I get some
He showed
free
me
time.
one episode that was actually really good, and he'll probably rant to death about the brilliance of this episode when he comes back. Just mention alien parasites, and then Peter mentioned it.
Oh my yes. Oh okay. Now I'll post this link here. So put that in your freaking description.
Oh well. Antony, I know you haven't really kept up with Brony. You should definitely watch the new episode that just came out last week. It's a very important one.
The CMC one? I saw Anthony's review of it, and I'm like, oh, good, I don't have to watch the show now.
Oh, no, I'd say watch it anyway.
I will. Don't worry. I'll get to it.
Like, if there's
I've been
one
feeling
episode,
that way. That's that one episode. Okay, right.
If it's
okay.
one episode to watch this season, it would be that one. That is my highlight.
Is it like it's the special milestone episode as well? So
it's kind of it's 5 years of the show.
That's
which is
right,
just kind of
yeah.
a neat thing the bronies will pick up on. It's I'm guessing we've all seen it. Well, Anthony hasn't, but you've seen the spoilers. I'm going to assume stuff like that.
The only thing that does it count like this? If does it count as a spoiler if like who wrote the episode or?
Oh no, it's Amy Keaton Rogers. That's not really a big spoiler.
Yeah,
she did a fantastic. You know, I'm very disappointed it's not the finale.
It could have been
of the entire series.
It
We've
could've
been there before. We've been there before. Oh,
Magical Mystery Cure.
I kind of want to see where they go with DT and Silver Spoons next, though. I want to see if they blow it.
Maybe.
I wonder if they just become completely even more. Well, the show needs somebody to be a jerk. And I'm like, I just wondered if they become completely bland and unlikable.
Well, they were kind of completely bland and unlikable for 4 seasons.
Yeah, but they at least fill in the niche of being the dick, you know?
Yeah.
There's no reason that you can't have a believable conflict, and if they've made it. I assume that they've made a deeper character out of Diamond Tiara. Then that's beautiful. There's no reason that she can't be like a proper antagonist and not just a mustache twirling, dastardly villain.
I don't think she's even that anymore. I don't think she's even an antagonist.
This is ridiculous. I'm looking at Spidey Castle. It's spideycastle.com, and that you'll find all these fantastic animations, but they're not listed properly, so you'll have to troll around for the complete picture. Yeah, good old animation. But yes, we were talking about Rick and Morty, Anthony.
Yes, sir.
And apparently I'm to mention the Parasites episode.
Oh, did you finally see it?
Oh, yes. Yes, frickin'. It's all right, Mr. Poopy Butthole. I can always rely on you.
That's the one I try and shield people on. Is like my girlfriend, who's an indomitable, mountain of strength and unflinching emotion, broke down and cried after watching that. And I was like, this is
I saw that episode.
Yeah, I don't know.
I saw it. It was good. I did not cry though.
No, it's still pretty touching. The other one, the devil episode that I showed to Anthony, where I just showed the clip. He's like, "Here's my phone. It won't make you go deaf, you hack."
Because I'm not a hack. How dare you, sir? Oh, Harumph. I showed that to a friend the other night, and he's like, "This is okay. This is good. Yeah, okay." I started him out on the one with Unity, the entity creature that Rick has a thing with. Seen this one? Where
oh yes, I know what you're talking about.
Unity? Yeah, she's a collective mind apparently. Well, genderless, but still loves Rick or has a thing for it. And they go on this little weekend jaunt, and the planet she's assimilated starts going unhinged because Rick's a bad influence on her. It's just nuts. And I'm showing my friend this is the first episode. I better ingratiate him with a good one. So this is a good one. This is actually it's got the feels. It ends with the feels. That's old Rick and anyway. So this will get him. He's very, very particular about his TV shows. See what he thinks of this and this he's watching it like sort of stony faced, and then it gets to the bit where Rick sees a newspaper salesman, and he's like, "Oh, I see a whole world planet here. Okay, well, I don't know why you'd have a newspaper stand broadcasting this to yourself, or that doesn't seem a bit redundant." And he burst out laughing because it's like, heck yeah, why would you have me making newspapers of the daily news to sell to yourself, basically? And he's like, that's genius. That's a extra level of thinking that, Futurama wouldn't do that. It's like, damn, buddy. And he's hooked. I love it because that show is it's kind of what Futurama should have been.
Yeah, it's kind of like what was it? They go on about that constantly on CR Pub Crawl between Side and Digi. Oh yeah, they're like before one of the last shows, they're like, did you see the final? I was like, not yet. You've got 50 minutes before the show. Watch it right now. So, I was like, but I've got 2 episodes. Skip to the final.
Do it.
Digi's in the thing going, it hurts so good. There's not another episode for a year and a half. It's the best damn thing ever.
Man. Gee, that's good.
Wait, since we're talking about cartoons, can I ask Anthony about two?
Sure.
So, this is probably not going to cause controversy in any conceivable way whatsoever, but Gravity Falls, the Gem Show, Steven Universe.
The Gem Show, you say?
Yes.
I totally like space. Lesbian Space Rocks.
The Lesbian Space Rocks episode. Gosh, that one. Yes.
Jim, you're from Tumblr, right? You are the best thing on Tumblr besides Flufflepuff, sir.
Oh, God, you flatter me, sir. But no, I have.
No, I really don't.
And I really shouldn't, but I don't know what else to do with most of my time.
Isn't that exactly what Tumblr's for, though?
Yeah.
Is it
You can heckle people on YouTube like I do.
I have actually blacklisted every single character name and permutation of character names and like fan ships and all of that shit for Steven Universe. No, I don't want any of it to show up on my dash. The fandom has made me fucking it's given me like a visceral reaction to that thing that when I see footage from the show or screen caps or fan art, I'm just like bleh.
Just like social justice warriors.
Yeah.
Jim, have you ever heard A&Y's description that he says, I don't like anything negative that make people trashing each other except for Jim Fear. I go to your Tumblr and I'm like, no, I see what he's getting at. This is different. It shouldn't be.
In that exact cadence as well. I don't like anyone dissing anything ever, and I don't want to hear any negative comment except Jim Fear.
You really made him sound like a Nazi there.
Okay, let's see. We've ticked off Scottish, we've ticked off German.
Catholics.
I got him to say a line in just one video we were doing once, and it was just what? And just what? It's like, what's my line? And it's like, well, it's what? But it's in German. Oh, was? Yes. Was? You want me to be German? Yes. Please. Yeah. Please be German.
Beautiful.
Oh, okay.
Reminds me at the beginning of the A&Y Limbo cast where you were about to say something in German, but you were going to butcher it, so I just jumped in and was like, Hallo, wie geht es Ihnen?
And then he ran you over.
No, it only went for like a couple things, and I'm like, yeah, it was like, it only went for a couple lines, because then I forgot all my German, and then I'm just like, yeah, I forgot all my German. How can we speak English now?
Yeah.
Don't you hate when that happens? Gotta impress
You have to
someone.
admit, it probably would have been better than the pronunciations Anthony was fucking giving for him.
Oh, you missed it too, Jim. The best part is it. However, I don't know how, he accused Aeon of shoving his religion on him. And I'm like, Peter and not me. Okay.
I can't believe you don't like Doctor Who. How could you not be a Whovian?
You will find our ways.
I wish I'd been there for that one. I haven't talked to A&Y for fucking ever, man.
Yeah, we had on Ask C and Brony popped in. I don't know, probably one of the third coolest person on Tumblr. And yeah, I think Pasta showed up for that one as well.
Pasta, who is not the coolest person on Tumblr or in this community.
Well then.
I think Pasta hardly uses his Tumblr anyway.
He hardly uses anything now. He was famous for one video years ago.
Shall we kind of stray away from that area?
Stop wailing on Pasta's junk. I already did that recently.
There isn't any junk left to mash, but okay.
Yeah.
Oh, Anthony, you got a favorite drink?
Oh, yeah. I think we asked him this last time, but let's get back to it. What is your favorite drink there? I almost called him A&Y. Anthony C. Anthony.
Well, since the last time we talked, it's now vodka!
Yeah.
Vodka with a nice, what is it, lime, Schweppes lime vodka with some apple juice in it. Yeah, that's not bad.
You have any good drinking stories?
In liquor?
I would have drinking stories. I'm sure other people have good drinking stories about me. I just don't remember any of it.
That's a good cop-out. I like that. I mean, I like it as a friend. I'd be angry as a host.
All of
No,
PonyCon
it's fine. I like it.
2015. All of PonyCon 2015. That was one heck of a good drinking story. It's just the whole thing's a blur. I'm sorry. I'm sure there's video footage somewhere.
If anybody has that video footage uploaded, post it in the comments because I want to see Antony C drunk as fuck at PonyCon.
It's so sad. There was we did a video where a Valentine's Day thing where I was my character wanted a cookie for some reason, and just these little Cosmo horse wants a cookie and he can't get a cookie. He was promised cookies, that's it.
Oh, yeah,
and the joke is that he doesn't get the cookie, and So there was like, we had a week to get that out before PonyCon. PonyCon was like a week after Valentine's Day. So we did the video and we're like, oh great, we'll sell some merch or something like that. We'll go to PonyCon and say, everyone will know what this is. And some people did. It was good. But everyone kind of got the reference. So much so that they saw me and it was just cookies the whole blasted weekend. I left that place with more cookies than I've ever seen in my life. It was great. But there's like this. I'm so sorry I didn't get footage of this.
You're sorry you didn't make a joke about getting $1, huh?
We did.
You get it
for $1. We did this one thing. Was it whose line is it anyway? Which is like, hold on.
Gosh.
Yeah, whose line is it? We did that, and it ends up with me finally getting a cookie, and it's like the place erupts. I'm chowing down on a cookie, and it's like I had no idea what I was doing, but I was like, yeah, I can make some hay with this. I can say something about cookies, and someone in the audience had a pack, and I just jumped into the audience and grabbed it, like freaking finally, and everyone was like cheered. I was like, yay! I have no idea what I'm doing here, but at least I got a cheer. It was good.
So I actually have a question for you, Anthony. Your voice work in your videos is really, really good.
Oh, thank you. Tell me lies. Tell me sweet little lies.
I was gonna ask if you had ever done anything like professional.
Not my voice work. No, not editing maybe, but not voice work. Not yet, anyway. Ha! World domination, voice work. It's on the list.
So you were chatting earlier about tackling Sonic for a video. What is your kind of?
I want to hear this topic.
Yeah. Oh, go on then. Let's talk about Sonic then again.
It's Pandora's box, man. You've got Sonic fans in the audience.
We got the pony version of Shadow the Hedgehog in this very call.
Oh my fucking god!
Your color scheme asked for it, bro.
I've heard that one before.
I wanted to kind of like.
Granted, it has less edge than the normal bad color scheme OC. But we can make do.
Yeah,
it's the top hat, man. The top hat pulls it all together.
I don't recall that hedgehog ever wearing a top hat. That might improve things.
Grumble. It's
better than guns, anyway.
Guns and swearing. Where's that damn fourth Chaos Emerald?
Shit, all I need are the guns now, and I'd be a perfect Shadow the Hedgehog. You kidding me?
You shadow a top hat and a monocle, you've saved his character. Teddy ho! Let's start
there he is, gentlemen.
Teddy ho, motherfuckers.
So
it's fallen pretty far, not that far.
Well, we're at bandages now. Everyone's wearing bandages.
Yeah, what the heck is that?
I don't get that. Speaking of Shadow, I actually find it funny. Like, apparently Sonic Boom has not been renewed for a second season. That may or may not be a good thing. But in the last episode, which is currently over in France, what happens is Eggman gets all of like the villains from the show together, and Shadow shows up. Shadow makes his debut in the show. And spoilers, but whatever. You'll be disappointed. I'm saving you the disappointment.
Who watches Sonic?
What happens is that Shadow and Sonic have this great battle. What happens is like Shadow beats down Sonic pretty bad, and Eggman decides, "Oh, I must savor this moment." So he takes a selfie with Shadow. The Flash blinds Shadow. Sonic gets up, spin dashes him in the chest, knocks him down. Shadow's like, "I've had enough of this," and he walks off.
Well, that's it.
He just leaves.
I'm
leaves.
Packing up my Tonka set and I'm leaving.
That's it. It just has the crew just like, "Yay, we beat Shadow, yay!" And then it ends, and I'm like, "Well, if this is the last scene, if this is the last scene of this freaking show, I am very disappointed in all of this."
Beaten as much as mildly disgruntled, and just kind of left. Yeah, screw you guys. I'm going to go start my own solo show.
Broke his spirit. You defeated his will.
He just remembered he left the kettle on. He needed to get back.
Next show is Shadow and the Holograms.
Fucking gosh.
But like I was talking more on tackling more video game reviews. What is your kind of basis plan for YouTube when there's no more Pony? That sort of thing.
Oh, when he says it's a done deal.
Well, may I explain and elaborate for this? British Ninja has had this beautiful project here. It, however, takes some balls. That's why you can't get it done. To sit there and mention like 5 people who won't make it in the fandom after Pony. And every time I mention somebody, he's like, "Oh no, that's a dangerous name." And who's the one person you have? I forget.
KP at the moment.
Yeah, you stuck in politics. Good man. Go on.
No, because I don't see KP kind of surviving outside of the Brony fandom. I just don't think her style will make it. Just the subs for it, I guess, but depends really. We'll see, I guess. That's the kind of thing.
Not that she'll need to. She's in university right now, and she's onto bigger and better things, right?
Well, I was talking more like if they wanted to continue YouTube, that sort of thing.
I see. Okay. It's whether or not you want to, or your heart's in it, I suppose. I get the feeling she'll make it till there is no more pony to review, but it's the same deal with everyone who reviews just exclusively horse stuff, right? It's like we stop feeling the pony thing. You stop. Like, didn't Gibbon take sort of wind down after a bit?
I think
he
lost
the magic. People were leaving. Well, people have left, I should say.
Right. It's like lots of good folks getting tired of the show and whatnot.
Well, they've been around since like the first season, and they've been like reviewing since like second season, give or take.
Who's that?
Well, people like Digi, Tommy, etc.
Oh yes. It's different for someone like Digi. He was always into anime, right? Jumped on the pony bandwagon, came Digi Brony and whatnot, who I miss. But
now don't even miss him.
He's just back to doing.
He goes back to anime, but he'll keep showing up at the pony cons and stuff. So he may as well be Digi Brony for like 3 days, because otherwise, why is he there?
If I'd known he was going to be in this one this year, I might have showed up. It's like, oh no, Digi's not going to be there. Why should I?
Oh no, there are people who show up to sci-fi conventions and do panels that haven't done a fucking sci-fi show.
That's true.
In years. Like most of the cast of Firefly, I think, hasn't been doing sci-fi shows, but they still get invited to cons to do panels because everybody still loves Firefly.
Yeah, it's the same
as Star Trek. Some of those people actually have found roles in sci-fi stuff. Like Nathan Fillion is in Halo now, so
yeah. From Star Trek showed up in Warehouse 13.
That's right. It's like people remember. They've got long memories. There's a freaking big Lebowski convention.
Shit, are you serious?
I'm serious.
Wow. Oh yeah, that's got a whole cult
offended
following.
and annoyed because I want. I'm annoyed that it exists. I'm offended I haven't been there.
Well, yeah, that film's got a huge cult following.
It really does, and they every year they invite the whole cast to go. And I don't think John Goodman's ever been there, but certainly Jeff Bridges has. And he absolutely nailed. He tuned up as the dude. He sang some of the songs from the movie, like he plays the guitar. He absolutely blew them away, and it's like, this is from the Big Lebowski, like the mid-90s. People are still turning up to that. Like that was like 2010, I think he last showed up.
Please tell me they do bowling at the convention.
I was hoping they were handing out White Russians.
But yes, lots of White Russians.
I'm actually curious, Anthony, if I may ask, what are your thoughts on the analysis community right now, and are there any reviewers in it that you watch or are interested in?
Then name the ones you hate.
Or name the ones you hate. That works too.
The ones I hate. I loathe and detest myself intensely. No. I don't actually...
So much edge.
I don't actually pay... No, sorry. I don't actually pay a lot of attention to the fandom. The analysis community, mostly because every time someone says something that I disagree with, and it happens so often, I find it dominating what I'm writing. And it's like not now, obviously, because I'm sort of doing other things at the moment, I'm torn in 5 or 6 different directions, but whenever someone makes a thing, I'm tempted to commentate on what someone else has said, especially if they get right up my nose about something. Like even Digi once.
How about somebody who's still doing it now, though?
Yeah.
Instead of like an easy target.
Easy target. No, I was just going to use Digi as a nice, safe. Thank you very much. A nice, safe target, because I'll never touch his numbers. No, because he was once talking about Destiny or something. Like he had some pretty strong thoughts on Destiny. As a very good example. Magical Mystery Cure. He and Tommy both did thoughts on the Magical Mystery Cure thing, and I had to disagree, at least with Digi, on the whole Destiny thing. And for like 2 years, this large chunk of rebuttal against everything Digi was saying about Destiny. It's a crock. You're wrong. It's like dominating my text. I'm like, then like this year, I finally get some free time to actually finish that stupid review.
There's a line that Digi likes to bat around quite a bit, and he's like, well, back in the day, we used to be allowed to have different opinions. Are you saying that his version of that is not true?
It's damned wrong. It's absolutely impeachable. Harumph,
a lot of people just sort of disagreed with it, because I remember I was one of the people who actually made, I think, like 2 or 3 videos ranting about it one when it was still relevant, but of course I'm still a nobody, so no one saw it. And then again when the topic got revived. Because there was a brief revival of the subject.
Yeah.
And I remember watching one of Digi's anime reviews. It was one of his when he was still doing pony stuff, but he was like slowly transitioning into anime.
Yeah, sort of
season 4. It's somewhere about there. And he mentioned something about a show that he liked, and he's like, the mature people of this world acknowledge that there is no free will. And I'm like, oh, if you want to stick rhetoric into this, I could have seen someone else. At least those other people I can watch know that they're spewing rhetoric.
It's an interesting opinion to have, but what I took exception of, like he was making it very like a personal thing about his own life. It's like, look at I can relate to Princess Twilight. She's come through this. She's now an alicorn. She's gone through this transformation, and he likened it to his own subscriber count, like his sudden massive popularity. And he has evolved from Digi Brony to Princess Digi Brony. He's now the alicorn. Like that was it. It's like I'm an effing alicorn princess. He had the T-shirt and everything. It was great. And I'm like,
you made me think of that guy who went Super Saiyan, only it's Digi, and now he's like trouble.
I can
just imagine going, you too can be an alicorn. Yeah, you too can be an alicorn if you just try hard enough.
Yes, exactly. And so this large chunk of text in my review for a long time was okay. That's great for everyone like Twilight Sparkle, but for the rest of us, we are just around in our underwear contemplating the fact that Digi Brony is an effing alicorn princess. That's great, just great. And it's like that's all we get.
Please make that video.
Yes. Well, it's kind of like those people who argue for like fate and destiny. They're always the guy or girl, depending on your preference, or it, just so as to not offend people, since I care for 1 second. It's always someone who's like high enough in a position of power that they like to attribute their success was, it was just fated to happen because I'm me.
It was written in the stars. The gentle hand of mighty eternity has come and bestowed graces and sweet meats upon me. I shall bloom.
I don't know.
I will tell you, plebeians, how wonderful it is that I am on top.
Coming from one of those people who's not like ivory tower. I actually
could have been Jim. You could have. I still think you could have.
I actually don't. I don't really like to call it destiny, but I really don't think free will is actually a thing. It's just useful to pretend like it is. I saw a Sam Harris lecture once where he went into really deep detail about his theory on why free will is an illusion and everything only happened in the way it could have because this is the way that events led up, and because events stacked up the way they did in the past, this is the only turnout that could have happened.
It's interesting.
If I can find the lecture, I'll post it in the comments of this video.
I like listening to Sam Harris. He seems like a smarty pants.
Sam Harris is okay with me.
He kind of sold me on it. At least a little bit.
You've got to read some Asimov, though.
I've got so much Asimov I need to read.
You're talking about he's talking about causality on like a macro scale by the sound of things. But when you start breaking it down to the individual, like Foundation, Asimov talks about this briefly in his book Foundation. He goes on about psychofuture or psycho something or other analysis of psychohistory. It's called. It's the where the world's going, where the universe is going, all the people in it are headed, and it works on large scales of people. But trying to predict the actions of a single person, especially if that person knows that they're being watched, is next to impossible. It just breaks the model. So
that was one of the things that kind of, I think he goes over this in the lecture. It's been like a year and a half since I've seen it, but he I think he talks about like whether you decide to have like granola or cornflakes in the morning, it's still kind of defined by this previous causality that led you up to that. But
part of me is sort of skeptical.
But it doesn't really matter that much on the micro scale. So for example, like he thinks that it's a fact that the universe has existed in this way for billions of years that led up to me eating cornflakes instead of Count Chocula for breakfast in the morning. But at that level, it doesn't really matter whether it's this causality thing or free will, because whether I have cornflakes or Count Chocula doesn't really affect anything in the grand scheme of things. It's just breakfast.
Yeah.
I don't know. I'll have to look up the lecture and actually see if I can post it.
I'm a sort of a soft determinist because on the grand scale of things, the moment you get into like the ever confusing quantum physics, everything goes from okay, we can determine macrocosmic events, and you can look at macrocosmic events and like predict them, but when you go into quantum physics, it's tossed out the window for probability. That doesn't say free will exists, but that does throw a monkey wrench into determinism. It can sort of throw a wrench into both when you think it out enough.
Yeah,
so
that's
it's
the
like
term I
quasi
remember
middle.
hearing. The
problem I have with certain people who say, "Oh, all these events led up to you making this decision. You didn't really make it." I can believe in influenced decisions, but the idea of like every single decision when they try and spell it out, it comes up more as like an unfalsifiable claim rather than something that's like set.
Yeah, that's kind of one of the things that still sticks in my craw about the whole determinism versus free will argument. But I haven't exactly done enough research to explain it properly. I would have to go and watch like hundreds of lectures and read all these different books and everything.
Yeah, from like both sides, because I obviously know Sam Harris can be a really passionate guy. So I tend to take what he says with a grain of salt, because even his book on morality seems to have backfired in like every community. Like even the atheist community like rejected it.
The Passion of the Harris.
Yeah.
Now that's a movie I'd actually pay to see.
The Passion of the Harris.
Just get the guys from South Park to make a biography of Sam Harris and just fuck it all.
Didn't they do that with Richard Dawkins already?
Yeah, they did.
Oh, they did?
Yeah, it was like, oh God, no. Yeah, it was it was Go God Go, where Cartman wanted a Wii, but he didn't want to wait 3 weeks. So he like tried to freeze himself, but he ends up in the picture where it's like atheism, but nothing's changed. Instead of people like killing each other over religion, people are just killing each other over petty disagreements with atheism.
Yeah.
Yes, like science, damn it.
Yeah, it was what should we call atheism, basically. Like the Allied Atheist Alliance and the New Atheist Alliance and stuff like that. It was just this real, like a huge war blown out of this really petty disagreement about what the name of the organization should be.
Yeah, I do kind of like that message though. If we're going to be killing each other over petty disagreements, it doesn't matter what you put in or out, we're still going to be killing each other over another petty disagreement.
South Park can be really clever sometimes. A lot of people think of it as just another Family Guy, but I think South Park can be a lot more clever with its storytelling.
It totally can, because they take a middle road, whereas Family Guy tries to get political, but in a one-sided kind of way. South Park is like, sometimes they can get political, but they'll tell you why everyone is kind of an idiot and sort of the merit of the other side, depending on what episode you're watching. So I kind of like it for that reason, because it does come off more like a middle road, where because they're trying to piss off everyone, then you can't get pissed off at it. It's paradoxical, but it works for me.
I know there are some episodes where they definitively took a side and were like, okay, no, these people are obviously fucking retarded here. This is just completely indefensible. But yeah, usually they like, okay, these people have a point, but these, like, I think they did one on gun control way back in the day, and they really did take a kind of, not necessarily lukewarm, but definitely a middle of the road view on the issue.
Yeah.
Oh gosh. And Man-Bear Pig is real. I'm super serial.
Mando Pig? What? I know you said Man-Bear, but I thought you said Mando, and I just imagined Mando Pony.
Mando Bear Pig is real.
Mando Pony with a pig nose.
Oh fuck, I think I'm out of questions.
Yeah?
I've got no more as well, sadly.
It's too early in the morning for me to rattle on about philosophy.
It's over.
Oh, I think hopefully
Get
this
some
one
coffee,
took.
I'm just warming up.
We call it a wrap, gentlemen?
Call it a night. Call it a morning.
Yeah.
Call it an afternoon.
I'd say that was pretty good.
Yeah, I'd hope so. Well, I'm going to check mine, and hopefully if mine didn't take, British Ninja did a copy, so we're all good.
Hopefully.
Cop out.
He did a cop out.
All right.
Yeah.
All right.
That's good news, because that last podcast went on, that last recording of this went on for like fucking 3 hours, and I'm so angry that it got...
Oh, like it was 10 minutes shy of your record, Jim.
Oh, shit. Hey, do you still have the audio file for that?
The original?
It's kind of fucked up.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, the CR that we went on to afterwards, freaking Cider put it out. I was a little angry about that. I didn't tell him not to, but I'm like, oh, balls. I was really cringy and drunk off my ass that night. And I was like, he won't put it out. Cider doesn't like drama. Oh, well, when it's my drama, it's okay to put out, dick.
This coming from the guy who made videos calling out literally every single person in the Rift Cafe.
Well, only the shitty ones, Jim.
I get the feeling I'm going to make a series of videos about that. Not in response to you, just make my own series of videos where I talk about people in the Rift. I might not.
I'm a gambling man, Peter. I'm betting on that not happening.
Well, here's the reason why. If I don't do it, it's more because I'm fucking lazy.
So I'm supposed to respect you because you're taking the pasta route.
No. Because you see, here's why I'm different than pasta. I will devote my creative energies to something else, and I can do it without wearing a tinfoil hat.
All right. Sorry, I was just being a cunt there.
But if you still have that audio file, could you send it to me?
The very first one? I'm pretty sure I don't. I'm pretty sure I freaking wiped that out.
Oh, okay.
I could swear I thought I
was about to say, because if you have it, I have an editing suite. I don't know what you work with, but I have an editing suite where I might be able to clean it up, and you could like put it out on your back channel or something like that.
Oh no. But just, I think it's fine. What do you mean clean it up? Was the one that's up right now? You didn't like how it came out?
No. You were talking about the last time we recorded this with Antony C.
Oh, that. No, there's no. Oh, I think I did delete all that. I'm pretty sure, and if not, even if I didn't, I threw Crown Prince a copy of it, so she has a copy. Even if I did delete mine, let's see, because yeah, I have I think it's called a Levelator, and it didn't. It was too screwed up. She played with it. She wasn't able to do it. Fallen Wish tried to play with it, and she's like, no. She's like, hypothetically, it's possible, but you'd be there forever.
Well, It's not like I'm doing much of anything else, so I don't know. I can try if you want me to, but if not, it's whatever.
All right, well, tell you what. Try and leave a message in the room. Maybe Crown will get back to you.
Okay.
All right. Call now. Take care.